I'm happy, bro. I just don't want to go down. I didn't do nothing wrong. I know. It's okay. Like y'all did everything y'all could. I'm not gonna say nothing. I just want to just be free. Thank you. You guys are the best out here. I promise I won't say nothing. This shit is hurting. I promise I won't call nobody or nothing. Y'all got it on tape. Everything's fine.
Ray J and his girlfriend had been in an on and off relationship for a while, which means they'd break up and get back together many times. They were known for being a couple that went through a lot of ups and downs, and their relationship was always in the spotlight. One night, things got out of control when they had a fight. It started out small, but it quickly grew louder and more emotional. They were in a busy, gritty part of town when people started noticing the argument. The couple was yelling, and it seemed like their emotions were getting the best of them.
Stop.
As the argument went on, more and more people gathered around them, watching the fight, and even pulling out their phones to record the scene.
Do you need to see one of our supervisors?
I don't think.
So want me to go ahead and cancel that supervisor?
Cancel everything. I'm happy that you guys handled it. I'm happy to be here. Thank you guys.
All right, man, you're free to leave.
All right, thank you.
We're going to make a business card. If you want to wait for it, you have one
Thank you.
Ray J, who had been through a lot in his life, couldn't control his emotions and was clearly upset. His girlfriend was also really emotional, and they both started saying things to each other that made the fight even worse. Some people in the crowd thought the argument was about trust, while others thought it had to do with jealousy. No one really knew the full story, but it seemed like their emotions had just boiled over. In the middle of this, the police showed up. They were called to try and stop things from getting out of hand. Ray J, still upset, tried to explain what had happened, but the police decided they needed to calm things down. They put handcuffs on him to make sure the situation didn't get worse.
Bitch, I tell you, stop. You're a bitch.
You know what?
You're a bitch.
Stop. Stop.
His girlfriend, who didn't want things to go this far, tried to tell the police that it was all a misunderstanding, but the police had to follow their rules, and they took Ray J to their car in handcuffs. This was all caught on camera, and before long, the video was all over social media. People started talking about it, and fans started sharing their opinions on what had happened. Some people defended Ray J. They said that he was just upset and didn't mean for things to get so out of control. Others didn't like how he acted, and said it was wrong for him to get so emotional in front of so many people. Ray J's legal team quickly spoke up, saying that Ray J didn't do anything violent, and that he was just caught in the heat of the moment. His girlfriend decided not to press charges, which made some people believe the whole thing was a small disagreement that just went too far. Even though his girlfriend didn't want to make it into a bigger deal, the story still went viral. Fans of Ray J stood by him, remembering the good things he had done in his career, especially with music. But others felt the media made a big deal out of something that should have stayed private. Some even said the media took something that should have been between Ray J and his girlfriend and turned it into a huge public spectacle. For Ray J, this wasn't the first time he'd had trouble with relationships in the spotlight.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Happy?
In the past, he'd been in other public relationships, and some of them didn't end well.
Why you trying to cover it up? Why you
No,
trying
I'm not. Why are you doing
trying to
that?
cover
Why
it
are you gonna come in here and doing that bull?
He had a history of going through emotional moments that people saw on TV or social media. This latest fight was just another example of how hard it can be for celebrities to keep their personal lives private. No matter how much he wanted to keep things quiet, it always seemed like the whole world was watching.
Interview you had going on with
Because
Morgan.
I asked her
She's
to
fired
because
of you.
Because I told her that she needs to stand her own
Because
ground and be a grown woman.
This fight didn't just affect Ray J and his girlfriend. It affected his career too. Some people talked about it and tried to make sense of what happened, while others used it to criticize him. But no matter what people thought, the moment became a part of Ray J's story. It was something that people would remember, even if it was just a private disagreement between two people. Ray J has had a number of high-profile relationships over the years, but many of them have ended on bad terms. His relationships have often been filled with drama, making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Ray J's emotional nature and tendency to wear his heart on his sleeve have sometimes led to conflicts in his relationships. These emotional ups and downs have caused tension between him and his girlfriends, leading to public breakups and arguments.
I'm gonna him up right now. No.
One of the most talked about aspects of Ray J's love life is his on-again, off-again relationships, where he and his girlfriends would break up, only to get back together again. This pattern of constant back and forth has created a lot of uncertainty and hurt feelings on both sides. In some cases, his girlfriends have accused him of being untrustworthy or acting jealous, while Ray J has struggled with maintaining loyalty and balance in his relationships. These issues have often played out in the public eye, with fans and the media watching every move. The constant drama has made it difficult for Ray J to find stability in his personal life. His relationships seem to always be in the spotlight, and this only makes it harder for him to get along with his girlfriends. Ray J's romantic history isn't just filled with love and happiness. Like many other celebrities, he has had his fair share of public breakups, fights, and moments of personal struggle. These emotional moments sometimes led to trouble with the law. The pressure of being a famous person in a high-stakes relationship can make things harder than they would be for someone living a more private life. But Ray J kept going, despite all the ups and downs. He's also faced some trouble in relationships where jealousy or trust issues became a problem. Some of his ex-girlfriends have spoken about the struggles they had with Ray J when it came to loyalty and trust. Like many people in relationships, Ray J wasn't perfect, and sometimes his actions caused more drama than they should have. At one point, Ray J was even involved in a situation where his ex-girlfriend accused him of being unfaithful, which led to more public disagreements. These kinds of issues often lead to bigger fights, and sometimes they led to calls to the police, adding more fuel to the fire. The media always had a way of making Ray J's relationships seem more dramatic than they really were. The press often loved to pick apart his personal life, turning every argument or misunderstanding into a headline, whether it was a breakup, a fight, or an emotional moment. Ray J was always in the news. Sometimes this was good for his career, as it kept him relevant in the public eye, but other times it made his life more difficult than it needed to be. He couldn't escape the spotlight, and it made things harder to deal with. Throughout all of these relationships, Ray J has continued to grow as a person. He has learned from his mistakes and tried to improve his life. He's been through a lot of emotional pain and heartbreak, but he's never given up. Even though his personal life has been full of drama and police involvement at times, he's still managed to keep his career going strong. Ray J has always been someone who has been able to bounce back, no matter how tough things have gotten. Despite everything, Ray J has shown that he can keep going, no matter how many struggles he faces in his relationships. He's learned that no matter how much attention his personal life gets, he needs to keep focusing on his career and himself. Through all the drama and public moments, he has remained strong and continued to work hard in his music and other projects. His past relationships may have caused some trouble, but they've also helped him grow as a person.